One of the American citizens taken hostage that day and later released sat down with us at her home in Chicago for an interview you will only see right here on News Nation. Yesterday, we heard how Judith Raanan and her daughter Natalie were abducted from an Israeli kibbutz near the Gaza border. With their hands zip-tied, they were marched across that border, taken to a hospital where they met with a Hamas leader and where nurses lined up and cheered their abduction. Then they were brought to the house where Judith was kept in the dark, both figuratively and at times literally, about her fate and that of those she loved. So what sustained her? She credits her faith.
A lot. I said, I'm sure you know the Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Even if I walk in the valley of death, I will not fear because you are with me. I said that over and over again.
You're a woman of very strong faith. Did that faith ever waver in those 2 weeks?
Not at all.
Never?
Nope.
Did you believe always that you would survive it?
I didn't think about it. I lived the moment. And as long as we were alive, we were alive. Because you're either alive or you're dead.
But she didn't only rely on her God. She also relied on her own professional skills to establish rapport with her captors. You are a therapist.
Yes, also counselor, yeah.
How did those skills and what you learned help you during this time?
It helped me because I used it to try and understand who are the people that are my keepers. When I asked one of them, how do you know that your father of your father of your father of your father was not Jewish? How do you know that? When we go back in history, we will all go back till Abraham, our father. We all are here together to find good ways to continue our mission on this earth.
Those conversations earned Judith enough goodwill to ask for a small favor, that she and her daughter be given supplies to make art. You were able to paint while you were being held hostage?
I asked them right away to give her, she was going to get a panic attack. What am I going to do with her and 5 men? I mean, what exactly am I supposed to do? So I said to him, give me
some paper and what? Some markers, pens?
Yeah, like some colorful pencils. And
you had this idea as a way of keeping your daughter calm.
Yes, I also sang songs to her a little bit.
What? What did you sing?
The song by Louis Armstrong, It's a Wonderful World.
You sang It's a Wonderful World to your daughter?
And she goes like, Mom, I don't think that this is appropriate.
It's not so wonderful right now.
And I said, this is appropriate.
What a wonderful world.
You are a Jewish queen. You are my princess.
But make no mistake, Hamas was not giving these women the royal treatment. They were forced to wear traditional Muslim garb over their pajamas. Food was scarce. Freedom of movement, even more so. In the Muslim faith, women are covered almost completely, and they're supposed to be granted a lot of privacy. Were you and your daughter given that privacy while you were being held?
No. We had to ask permission to get up. We were not allowed to get up. We could not go to the toilet without asking. I had to make very slow movements.
Meanwhile, the world outside was erupting. The Israeli prime minister declared war on Hamas.
Israel is at war.
Pro-Palestinian protests broke out around the world. Back home in Chicago, friends and family held vigils for Judith and Natalie.
Shabbat Kodesh.
And soon, the first operations of what would become a massive military response from the IDF began to strike Gaza. Conditions deteriorated even in the 2 weeks you were there.
Yes, because
the bombing was nonstop or just at night?
There was no water, no electric, no water, and everything.
Did you have any idea what was going? I mean, nobody told you what was actually happening.
We had no idea.
You knew Israel is undoubtedly responding after this horrific terrorist attack. That's why the bombs are falling. That's why we've lost power. That's why we've lost water. But you had no idea what happened to your mom.
No idea whatsoever.
No idea what happened to other members of your family. No idea what happened to the rest of Israel.
No. It's like a casino. There's no clock.
And you never know what time it is.
Yeah, it's like a Russian roulette. You don't know if you're going to be dead or alive.
Aside from running water and electricity, another thing was missing: humanitarian aid and medicines Judith needed for an injured hand and a thyroid condition. I'm just curious because the Red Cross there's been a lot of, we know that Israel has said the Red Cross is not delivering medications that many of the hostages need.
We never had, they don't let anybody in. It's not even, I mean, I don't know how it's supposed to function. All I know is that we did not receive, the Red Cross never came to us, ever, ever.
Several of the people being held hostage still really need these medications. Some of them are elderly and sickly.
Yeah. I think the whole world should know by now this. People right now are hurting and are raped and are being humiliated.
So nobody ever brought you either antibiotics?
They did not. The Red Cross never came.
And you never got antibiotics or the thyroid medication?
So I just am getting too emotional. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Did you know that they might release you?
Oh, they said that played with my daughter's brain, and I said, don't believe anything. You have to believe only what exists, and right now, at this minute, we are existing right here.
So you told her, don't get hope, that you were going to be released soon. What were they telling you?
That they want 7,000 prisoners for about 200 hostages back then. And Natalie looked at those numbers and she says, Mom, why do they want 7,000 for 200? She could not understand the ratio.
Of course, that lopsided exchange rate has been par for the course in the macabre economy of hostage release negotiations. In 2011, Israel famously freed more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners, including the future architect of the October 7th attacks, Yahya Sinwar, in exchange for a single captured Israeli soldier, Gilad Shalit. But for whatever reason, Judith and Natalie's freedom would not come at such a steep price. And 2 weeks into their captivity, a crucial call came. The phone rang, they answered it, not you. And somebody said to them, we're going to release these two? When your captors told you that you and your daughter were about to be freed, at that point, did you allow yourself, even in your heart of hearts, to believe it? Because up until then, no. It wasn't until you actually were handed over that you knew this was
That was the scariest move, because you're in between.
Right.
And you don't really... the Red Cross asked me in the car, are you wounded? And I said, yes, my hand. And then they said, well, we can't do anything, but we just want to get you out of here. For 7 or 10 minutes, they were told we were supposed to stay. And I was very vulnerable because at that stage I was not with Islamic clothes and I was with my pajamas. Somebody could have just come.
Yeah.
Why, you know?
So when they told you you were being released, they took off the Muslim clothing, the Muslim garb that you'd been wearing over your pajamas for 2 weeks.
No, we were on and off. We were with our pajamas and pants.
Then the moment arrived. Judith and Natalie were driven across the border and delivered to a group of IDF soldiers.
I was as frightened as I can be by then. I asked the commander to hold my hand. And he did. He took both our hands.
I've seen the pivot.
Yeah,
between you and your daughter.
My daughter didn't like that, but I didn't know that it was just an overwhelming moment that you just want to know that you crossed to the other side. And the first thing that we said is Am Yisrael Chai.
Which means?
Our nation is alive. Always will be. This is what God wants.
Now safely home in America, Judith has spent the last few months learning to cope with the trauma of her ordeal. One of her most therapeutic activities is painting.
This is me, unable to speak.
You're the figure with the golden hair?
Right. You see that there is a mouth covered. I'm covered all the way, but my eyes are looking to heaven. This one is representing us. Basically, we are leaving Gaza, but we have a message of peace for the future. The peace dove is like golden because the heart of God is golden and is good.
Her faith, she says, has sustained her. And of course, for there to be peace, the remaining 100 hostages currently being held in Gaza will have to be released. The White House says a 6-week ceasefire is on the table if Hamas releases those hostages. For their part, Hamas has said it released Judith and Natalie Raanan for humanitarian reasons and will go no further than that.